You're good?
We're good?
You're good?
All right. Welcome back. This is SmoreCast, PodCast, episode 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. This many. All right. I'm Adam Nichols. I'll be the host for tonight because it's my turn, and Sean's throat hurts for reasons we aren't going to talk about live. You can find me at twitch.tv/Sparkles Fantastic. It's right down there. I was actually practicing this before the stream because I still messed it up. So next up, we've got Sean.
Hey, I am SJ Comp. You can find me at twitch.tv/SJ Comp. I stream games there, and I do a lot of fun things. Come check me out.
Carl.
Slower Tech. Twitch.tv/SlowerTech.
AJ.
AJ at twitch.tv/LowHailfire. Like down in the thingy below me. It's right there.
And Chris.
Legend! Alright. Sideburns here. I prefer Chris, though. You can find me at twitter.com/sideburns with a Z at the end.
Woohoo!
All right. So that's the team for tonight. We've got all 5 of us. If you want any of our contact information because it was too hard to catch here, or it was just a little bit too crazy to take in all at once, we understand, and that's why you can find all the information at www.smorecast.com. All right, so we're going to start tonight off with some new game release information. We're going to talk about Street Fighter V and some of the issues they're going with. What do you have on it, Chris?
All right, so starting out, Street Fighter V, is sick. It's coming out. Didn't expect it. A lot of people expected it. I didn't. Anyways, they got a public. It's pretty public beta. If you pre-order the game, you have access to the beta. Sick. And unfortunately, too many people wanted to play the beta. Probably because Street Fighter's sick. Anyways, shit. Where was I? Oh yeah, the beta. Hold on, I'm trying to pull up Twitch right now so I can read the chat. Anyways, the beta, people couldn't handle it. Well, Capcom couldn't handle it. Anyways, so it got shut down. They pulled a Warner Brothers. They pulled an Arkham Knight on PC. Get fucked. And however, tonight the re-release, but it's just for I believe it's just for the United States, which is okay. I mean, they're testing the servers, and test the servers.
Well, that's what a beta is, right?
Yeah. Well, it's strictly online only. That's what they're testing.
Yeah,
I believe there's a training mode, but that's it.
They're making sure that everybody can handle it at once. And when they first came out, they were just like, holy shit, we didn't expect this many people to play. And it just, they took it down immediately. They're like, nope, fuck that. Too many people.
Hopefully it goes good, though.
Well, yeah, they brought it back up for America. Sorry.
So I want to ask for everybody's opinion on this. So we've had, Killer Instinct finally came out after 20 years. Not a horribly long time ago compared to 20 years. We got Mortal Kombat X, we got Street Fighter V. How do we think it's going to do up against the other ones? Because personally, out of those 3, Street Fighter is my least favorite. Great game way back in the day.
I think it's the learning curve. It's probably the learning curve.
It definitely is, because I'm a big fan of fighting games. I love Mortal Kombat, but I absolutely do not like Street Fighter. I liked it, in the Super Nintendo days and stuff like that, but then I played a lot of Mortal Kombat, and I still play Mortal Kombat. I stream Mortal Kombat every day, and I love it, but if you give me Street Fighter V for free, I'm not going to play it that much.
See, the thing is, Street Fighter, as it developed over time, it was developed to be, I don't know, it sucks. It's hard to get into.
That's what they developed.
It requires a lot of skill. But I think Street Fighter V is going to be a little more user-friendly. It's going to be easier to get into. It's still got, the fireball mechanic, the standard Street Fighter stuff. But I think they're trying to get it words so that normal people can play it.
They're trying to make it more casual.
Superhuman robot peoples, right. Yeah.
Right. Carl, what about you? I noticed that you're more like RTS and stuff like that. What fighting games are you into? Do you ever play any?
Yeah, a lot in a real arcade that I worked at down on the lake.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, you were into Soul Calibur.
I freaking loved Soul Calibur.
That game, what is that? What is that? Soul Calibur is dead.
Yeah.
I think after 2, it went downhill real quick.
I hate playing arcade games that aren't on joysticks. Fighting games that aren't on,
Right.
like
yeah.
the arcade, the joystick and the buttons.
And
The little
You know,
You gotta
dongle
buy
thingy.
yourself an arcade stick.
Yeah,
In-
so I don't play these games.
You know what has a joystick, Carl? A controller. Just throwing that one out there for you.
See, I was playing Street Fighter on a controller recently, and that shit hurts the thumb. I don't get it.
I don't like doing it.
well, see,
I need
I
the whole
Except the Steam
arcade
controller. That doesn't have joysticks. But you're going to buy it. So, I mean, that's real consistent.
see, I've always played Mortal Kombat and shit like on, like obviously I use Xbox One and whatever, but I've played it since the Super Nintendo and everything like that. But and Genesis. But do you think, Carl, that it's worth going out and buying an arcade stick to play fighting games?
Not for me.
Okay, fair enough. AJ, do you play any fighting games?
Probably the last real fighting game that I played that's memorable to me would have to be,
Can't talk about puberty.
that was a hard battle, and I'll tell you what. A lot of ball punching in that. Segueing into ball punching, Mortal Kombat. I absolutely loved playing Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage, huh?
Nick Cage, right? That was his name, right? Nick Cage.
Johnny Cage, man.
Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage. Nick Cage would make a great Johnny Cage. Come on. Or he'd always do the splits and punch people in the balls.
Yeah.
But I would always get, because I was young. This always confused me. I would always get to the stages where you had to fight the female characters, and he would just do splits. Wouldn't throw his arm up. Wouldn't try to punch him in the balls. Wasn't until later that I realized not everybody has balls.
Yo, speaking of Mortal Kombat, you see that new character Tremor come out?
Yeah. Yeah, Trevor just
Got
came
a
out.
fatality that shoots a rock spike right up your butthole.
Yeah. Tremor's a fan favorite, and it's been something that fans have been asking for Mortal Kombat for a long time. They basically created him, and pretty rad dude, and ultra violent, which is in pure Mortal Kombat fashion. I love it.
See, Tremor was he was out in MK9 on the Vita only, so he's new-ish to the kind of weird.
He's new to the
People
world.
didn't really expect Tremor to show up.
Do you guys think that fighting games should be? Are they more entertaining when they're crazy violent like Mortal Kombat, or is the competitive aspect the more entertaining? Carl, you're
think
shaking
it's
your
the
head. What do you mean?
I think it's actually quite boring to watch it from a competitive aspect.
Get
but
fucked.
I love seeing crazy stuff from Mortal Kombat.
You love like the arms getting ripped off and people's gullets being removed.
Love that.
Yeah, that is pretty entertaining. There used to be a game on a Sega Genesis where like your guy would just in mid-fight would pull out a chainsaw and cut off the guy's arms. Like so, then you wouldn't have the arm in the middle of the fight. Like you just had your legs. I have to remember the name of it, and I'll think of it later. But I wish games were like that more. Like you can disable your opponents in the middle of the fight.
Like the game flow is always dynamic and changing because
Right.
you could lose a limb at any moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look
Sounds-
at the Mortal Kombat X-rays. You're getting your like skull fractured and shit like that, and you're still walking around without a concussion. Like, how does that?
That makes no sense. I just broke your back in 4
A
different.
severed spinal cord.
This
sounds pretty
this
cool.
is really branching, but I gotta say, taking it back to some old school gaming, that was one of my favorite parts about the original Fallout. Was in a turn-based gameplay, you could choose to use an extra action point to target specific areas on your opponent, and if you shot somebody's arm to where it was like unusable, like it was injured because it was a critical hit in the arm, it couldn't hold a two-handed weapon. Like it was dynamic, and that's a game from like '96.
Yeah.
And it's more dynamic than AJ's mouth, since I see it down there doing tongue stuff.
You know, and Adam, they brought that back with like Fallout 3 and everything with their VATS program where you
to play it.
yeah, you gotta play it. You gotta play it, man. But it's the thing. You target specific limbs. You shoot their leg, they're gonna hobble at you. You shoot their arms, and they can't use specific weapons. Do you guys think that should be a thing in games actually?
But
That's
I always thought that the limbs fell off, they were dead.
That is how it works. If you blow someone's arm off in Fallout 3 in New Vegas, they're dead. It's kind of lame.
Well, you can shoot their leg, and to the point where it cripples their leg or cripples their head,
yeah.
and they hobble at you, and they do stuff like that.
It's like, I'm gonna get you, my neck's broken.
I want to see some dude like crawling without his legs, trying to like. That would be sick.
This fight isn't over yet.
Just like straight no. That would be pretty cool. I think dynamic gameplay is always good. Like I have always liked real time. Like when it changes from day to night, I actually love that. Like I hate
I think
to
that's becoming a standard in most games now.
right. Yeah.
Sometimes it really makes the game. I mean, that was one of the coolest parts about Dying Light was how it dynamically made it a different game at night. Like literally the first time I played that game through, I was scared to go out at night. Because I was like, no, fuck, no, I'm going to sleep. I will sit here all night long.
Yeah. I mean, even in games like Minecraft, simple game like Minecraft, you're playing survival by yourself. It turns nighttime. You're immediately running back to your little dirt shack that you made to sleep in your bed so you can make sure that you're not going to get murdered at all.
I just carry my survival kit of dirt blocks with me, so when I get scared, I just build like a little box around myself, so I'm safe.
You always have 64 dirt blocks.
Yes, that's my survival kit right there. Nobody's gonna get through it except for maybe an Enderman.
I think that's cool. I was playing Arkham Knight recently, and it didn't seem like there was daytime ever in the game, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. And I like that. I like the whole flow of like what Adam was saying. Like the whole game changes if it's nighttime or daytime. Like I like that.
I think. God damn, my cat is all over my business.
Screw your cat. Talk about the game.
Right. See, I think day-night cycles are, they're good. What would make them even more sick if it was like a Dark Souls dynamic. If you die at night, you lose all your shit. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, no, I kind of get what you're saying. Dark Souls, I mean, they made it complicated with that. Like, you die and then
dying is a problem. I don't like when you can, you lose the fear of going out at night when you can just respawn and go get your shit again.
Right. Yeah, and you don't lose anything.
Make
I think
it a challenge.
Diablo has a a game mode. I think it's Nightmare mode, where it's permadeath. You die and that's it. Like you're done.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think a lot of games need that because like you're right, Chris. Like you run through a game and dying isn't a big part of the game. Like you know what? I'll respawn. Whatever. Fine.
Dark Souls was a bad example because dying is a pretty big part of the game.
What about competitive? Carl, here we go. RTS. Like, say you lose your troops. You can't make any of those, like, your whole troops gets eliminated. You can't make those anymore. Do you think something like that would be interesting?
Like, you have to like Carl.
Yeah, he had to think about it. Look at that. You can see his face. I mean, they can't see it on here. Here, I'll switch to Carl. Look at this quizzical face that he has right now.
Oh, man.
So if somebody just comes and wipes out all your ground troops, and then you can't create them anymore.
I guess the way I play, you're constantly making stuff all the time and fighting.
I could see that working with like a hero character. If you lose your hero character, he's gone. That'd be shitty.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that would work. I was trying to think about it.
Maybe if you like blow up the barracks, and then all of a sudden like you can't do that anymore.
This is sounding a lot like another game I've heard of.
You mean like the limited amount of stuff?
What do you mean?
If you put a limit on like supplies, like you can only have a certain amount of troops, and if they're gone, it's gone.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
No, yeah, I would play that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I think it adds
way
more
more
strategy.
Yeah, that'd be challenging.
Because
I wouldn't play it.
It's a scarce resource now.
Especially wouldn't play with Carl, because fuck you, Carl.
Everybody would kill Carl, be like, "Yeah, he's out of the game."
Get him first.
You can come back and win somehow, though. That's the worst part.
Yeah, He'd be like, I'm a ghost, and I'm haunting all your troops, and they're committing suicide.
He'd be like, oh, what's that? F12 is hacks on.
Alt F4 does not close my game, it closes yours.
Hey, speaking of, we should play some StarCraft after this.
All right.
No.
That's beyond the point, and absolutely not, you fucking cheater.
Dude, we were talking about Street Fighter. Where are we?
You know, this is kind of like that dynamic example in real life.
This is SmoreCast, baby.
You know, we dynamically moved to like 4 or 5 different topics right there. Next thing we're going to start talking about is Carl's sexuality. No,
Yeah.
no, we're
Yeah,
not.
what is
I
that?
promise
I
you
didn't know you were
interesting,
curious
Carl.
about that, Adam.
No, I
Strictly
thought you were
homosex.
curious about it, Carl.
Is that why you came to the gym with me?
What? Whoa.
Checking out them buns.
That's the thing, Carl. You never showed up.
I showed up sometimes.
You know what? I like where you're going with this. Talking about the gym, talking about fitness, getting fit. I'm not going to try to flex, but Sean
And have
will.
a nice
Sean,
I
bun.
say
mean,
something
I'll
while you
flex any day of the week,
I
man.
can't.
Like,
Oh,
That's the wrong side from my camera.
Yo, that was
Alright.
the sickest
That's
segue
sad.
ever.
All right, so we're going to transfer over here to talking about gamer fitness. So, and what brings us on is, I remember reading an article about a year and a half ago where Red Bull finally sponsored, I think it was a StarCraft 2 team. It was their first esports team they sponsored, and they took all the members of the team and flew them out to California. I want to say it was their Santa Monica location, and they actually put them through a conditioning and physical training regimen. They had personal trainers, they had dietitians. Red Bull was absolutely serious about their investment in these players, and so they said, you know what, we want them to be fit and healthy so they can stay up longer, so they can focus longer. They have less going on with their hormones while they're playing the game because they've been up for 18 hours straight kind of thing. What's your guys' take on that? I mean, gamers have kind of universally been, we haven't had that kind of bias or we've had stereotypes against gamers, and it's not that.
yeah, the stereotypes to me against gamers are, I have my giant extra large bag of nacho cheese Doritos. I have my 14-liter Mountain Dew, and then I can barely fit in my chair, like type of thing. That's always been the stereotype of gamers. But if you're bringing out the point that you want to get fit to game, actually, there's gamer noise right there. That's in every gamer chat ever. But yeah, no, I think it's a cool idea. I think Red Bull has the right point. Like you don't just have to just sit there and like chug Red Bull all day. You have to get your mind and your body right. Like if you're training for anything, whether it's a game, a sport, or anything, like you have to be in the right mindset. And to be in the right mindset, you have, in my opinion, you have to be kind of like physically fit. I know I was a bit overweight last year. We talked about this pre-podcast, but I was pretty big, man. Like I was pretty big, and I wasn't in the right mood. Like if you were to send me in the game, I couldn't focus. There was no way because my mind was like other things. But you know what? You work out, you feel good. You feel good, and you're able to like concentrate on the things that you want to do, whether it be gaming, whether it be what sport you're trying to compete in, anything. I think Red Bull they're on to something here, getting gamers into shape and getting their mind right.
Get fit,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
fat.
I mean, I really have to agree because there really isn't anything wrong with being who you are, and being you, and there's absolutely no reason to be ashamed of who you are, regardless of your weight and stuff. But realistically, as gamers, a lot of people have kind of taken refuge there as, it's okay, but let's kind of flip things away from the stereotype. You're not fit because you're overweight. You're not fit because all you do is game and drink Mountain Dew. Let's flip this around and talk about Koreans in StarCraft 2. I mean, you literally have people dying because they don't stop to eat. You
Right.
have kids dying because couples don't stop to take care of their kid. I mean, realistically, gamer fitness affects both sides of the spectrum. Even the stereotypes that nobody ever stops and thinks about, that there are really people out there that live in the game so much that they forget to do the things they have to live in real life.
It's mental health, man. And the thing is, like you mentioned, it's not just about your physical fitness. It's about your mental health too. Like if you're so focused on that, and compared to the real world, like Red Bull and a lot of these companies now are doing this. Even with UFC training, MMA, stuff like that, they're getting you focused not only on your craft, but on everything around you. Just be like, hey, man, it's okay to like take care of your kids. Like do that. That shit's important, you know, and not just like sit there for what that guy. There was a guy. It was a few years ago. He sat there for it was like 4 days straight, just playing StarCraft 2, and then he died. Just sitting there, like he didn't go. Didn't get up.
We will never know if he became the best StarCraft player in the world because he forgot to eat a banana.
One banana is all it takes, and I think that's what Red Bull is trying to teach people.
Wait, that's what it is?
It's a banana.
Fucking banana.
One banana, man.
You got your protein in there.
Seriously, man. N-A-N-A-S. I mean,
I haven't had a banana in years.
Gwen Stefani taught us.
But honestly, you know, I kind of want to take a second away from the normal podcast flow to say, you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with where you're at right now. There's nothing wrong with going out and doing something a little bit extra because you say, you know, I've always wanted to get fit, but I mean, I've talked to people and they're embarrassed to go to the gym. Well, why? You're doing something so many other people aren't. That's awesome. You know, you're stepping up. Don't go full Jared and, you know, watch 6-year-olds do things they shouldn't do on camera. But I mean, you can lose weight, and that's cool. And you have the smart.
Wow, that took a weird turn there.
I said, don't do that, you know, because it popped in my head like, oh, you know, you should be like this guy and lose all this weight. But
work out, don't watch little kids.
Like, wait, you should not be like this guy. But seriously, like, there's nothing to be ashamed about. Going out and trying to better yourself for you. I mean, who cares what anybody else thinks? I can tell you that right now there are 5 people in this stream who think you're fucking awesome for doing it.
Fuck the haters.
I think
haters gonna hate.
Outside of the gym culture, people actually do make fun of you for being overweight.
But it's funny because you know what you don't see is you really don't see people at the gym hating on people that are out of shape at the gym. I mean, I see the person like when I used to go to the gym and Carl was supposed to go, I would see people and I'd be like, wow. You know, like sometimes my initial thought was really stereotypical and inappropriate, but then it kind of like clicked with me like, wow, this person is up here at 4 in the fucking morning, power walking on the treadmill because she's trying to make herself a better person. That is awesome. Like, that says so much about that person.
I agree.
And I'm totally rooting for them.
I like that a lot. Like I'll see people, like I've been with people, like you know, that we'll drive down the road and I see somebody on a bike, you know, somebody who may be a little bit heftier than normal, and they're like, oh, look at this. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? That's awesome. Like they're out there doing what they want. Like they're out there working out. They're trying to be the person they want to be. Like you shouldn't let that person, you know, do that. You shouldn't like disrespect them for that.
It's bad enough that.
But I don't go to a gym.
Well, no,
don't go to the gym.
I don't either anymore.
Well, that's
I run
because you and
outside.
Jim broke up.
Don't go to the gym. I'm serious. Do shit for free inside your own home. You don't want people to hear you grunting. That's weird.
I mean, I might want people to hear me grunting. It's sometimes attractive to other people.
Yeah?
But
Let's hear your attractive grunt. Let's hear your attractive grunt right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, this weight.
You're right. You know what?
Heavy.
I'm flying down to Florida right now to make sure I go to the gym every time that you go.
Come on. No, another great benefit of working out in general is, like everybody said, mental health. You focus better. You're a happier person in general. If you're combating something like depression, it's usually something that'll help you out. You know, take a look in the mirror every few months. The more you work out, the better you get. You're going to see results even within the first month of just constant, you know, tedious work at the gym or around the house.
Absolutely. Anything, man. Go outside and pick up some logs. If you don't want to go to a gym, just pick up some logs.
Hey, I want to make sure I got something in.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I hear about people dying from not getting up from a video game. It's Warcraft.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Warcraft?
World of
They were
Warcraft.
taking too much war crack, and they OD'd on it.
I like that.
Like people who don't get up for the bathroom or to eat.
And their bladder explodes.
All right, so I'm gonna switch gears here. I forgot that I'm streaming my monitor at the same time. All right, so did you guys hear about? Did any of you go see Jurassic World?
No.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did not.
Okay, Jurassic World. I'm gonna give you a little stat here. Made $1.52 billion in ticket
Whoa.
sales,
Whoa.
which surpassed Avengers, which made it the number 3 top grossing film of all time. Now,
It's a better movie.
it's a great movie. Now, with that being said, they're already announcing the sequel to that. Do you think it's good for a company to announce a sequel like immediately after, or do you think they should wait?
No, I absolutely love the fact that they're saying, look, sequel's in the makes now. You guys loved it so much. We liked making it so much. You gave us your money. We're making a sequel, so get your panties ready. You're going to get soaked next year and a half or so.
Here leads.
Well,
Go ahead.
I don't think I agree with that. Most of the time when they make a sequel immediately, they're just milking the hype.
That was
If it
gonna be my next question, Chris, and you could probably answer this as well. Do you think just because a movie makes that amount of money that it's good and that the sequel will surely deliver, or do you think that, like you said, Chris, that they're just milking it?
I don't know.
Here's my opinion on it. It's usually the first one's good, and the second one's always a toss-up. And if they do a third one, it's bad. Second one is either better than the first because they learned from whatever mistakes they had, or if it's bad, then they're definitely just trying to milk the franchise.
Well, what about Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings was based off of a book that was too long to put into one movie.
Lord of the Rings was all made at one time. It was like one full movie that they
Yeah,
made.
exactly. There was too much content to stick in one film alone.
Which
Terminator 2 turned out good.
Which I gotta say is kind of in par with everything, because originally Lord of the Rings was going to be one book, and they split it up.
Yeah.
But the Lord of the Rings, it really didn't come off as a sequel. It came off as
A continuation.
it really felt like, hey, pop this movie out, pop in disc 2,
Right.
because. So, and they did a really, really good job at it, and that was one of the reasons I really, really liked it, is they didn't make it feel like it was a sequel every time.
I want to
Well,
say
that's
something.
just because it was one movie segment. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Carl brought up an awesome point. I don't think anybody heard it, but Terminator 2, yes, the best out of the series. I think Terminator 2 was awesome. The first one was, it was all right. Terminator 2, fucking sweet.
Yeah, but you're forgetting that gorgeous ass you got to see in the first 5 minutes of Terminator 3.
Terminator 3 was terrible. Nobody remembers
Terrible.
Terminator 3. Are you talking about fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's bare naked ass?
No.
No, that was the first
Terminator.
one. That's
was
what
a
I
different
remember.
Terminator?
No, Terminator
That's what I
3, he
remember.
came out. Remember, he came out butt-ass naked.
No. One of them had a female Terminator in it.
Yeah, Terminator 3.
Yeah, and
That
she
was
was
3,
hot, and
yeah.
you totally
Dad.
saw her bare ass.
She was. It
Dad,
doesn't make the movie
fuck
good, though.
Cap.
Hey, it made it good enough that I watched it, and so did a billion other people.
I watched
so
it
fuck
too
off.
just because it said Terminator 3 on it. Doesn't mean I.
Right,
you
I
got
did too.
down by high expectations.
The memorable moment of that movie was not a woman's box gap.
Actually, that was the most memorable moment of that movie. That was
Probably
Here's
was.
the most memorable moment of that movie to me. Realizing that I watched it.
Shit, I just wasted 2 hours of my life.
That movie was sold solely on nostalgia.
What do you guys think is the worst franchise sequel that you can think of?
Gosh,
George of the
that's
Jungle
hard.
2.
All the Disney ones.
Was there a George of the Jungle 2?
Cars 2. Yes, there
Oh my
was. It wasn't even Brendan Fraser. It was garbage.
I do have to agree with Carl's statement. I mean, Disney has forced out so many, and I'm like I find out about them, and it's like, oh, let's watch this movie, and I'm like, why is that's a movie? Why would I watch that? I mean, they milk things so bad that they make they try to turn it into a continuous season of cartoons, and you're like, no. The Lion King, great. The Lion King 1.5.
Pocahontas.
Really? What is this? An AOL disc now? We're on season V2.013? Come on.
Who said Cars 2? Because that to me was the perfect.
I said that.
Yeah, that to me is probably the best example.
Isn't that Disney too?
No, that's
That was
Pixar.
Pixar. That was
Which-
half-assed.
Which is kind of Disney.
That was
Not
so
kinda.
half-assed.
Not kinda. Pixar's Disney owned.
Yeah,
That's their shit.
Yeah, but the people in Pixar are originally from Disney too.
yeah. But yeah, Cars 2 was pretty bad. Guys, marketing ploys. Marketing ploys indeed. How do you feel about I guess we already talked like rebooting franchises to try and make a buck.
If they pull it off, it's cool. But sometimes it's just trash.
Like they're
Like
doing
that,
National
Nightmare on
Lampoon.
Elm.
They're extending the series with that with
The Vacation
the
series?
vacation, yeah, the
Chevy
vacation
Chase?
series.
Yeah, I saw that. I don't know how that'll work out, though.
That's more like a very long overdue sequel. Thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
really
Chevy
Yeah,
worried.
yeah, you're right.
I'm
Um,
really
really
worried they're
old.
going to mess that up, though. I really am worried that it's going to be terrible.
yeah. Oh
See,
yeah. I
and
am
they
too.
they
After
also do
that
things
era-
like Ghostbusters. They're reinventing Ghostbusters with an
Yeah, with all
all-female
women.
cast.
Yeah.
But
I'm
down for
actually
that.
up for that.
I am too.
at the same
Down for
time, they're doing Ghostbusters. They're remaking it again with an all-male cast again. How do you
So
feel
wait,
about that?
They're remaking it twice, like two different companies?
Remaking it twice. With guys
Two
and
different,
girls.
like,
And the
filming
same thing with
studios.
Jungle Book. Right now, Jungle Book is being made by two different companies with two different casts.
You know
One
what
of them
this
has
makes
Bill
me
Murray
think
in
of?
it, though. I want to watch that one.
You know what this makes me think of? Spider-Man. For God fucking sakes, how many different versions of Spider-Man do we need in the last decade?
Well, to be fair, how
3.
many different comics of Spider-Man came out?
Okay, over how
I
many
think it's just because
decades?
they can't get it right. I don't think they did the same thing with Hulk. They fucked up twice. The new guy's all right. He's pretty good.
Yeah. They messed up Hulk twice. You're right. The movies were terrible. Both of them. And Edward Norton, you'd think like that guy would be awesome. And it's the same thing with like Green Lantern. Like they had Ryan Reynolds do it. You think Ryan Reynolds, a phenomenal actor, would be great at Green Lantern? Nope.
No,
Well, he'll be Deadpool, so that'll be all right.
Oh
that's Deadpool's perfect for him.
yeah, absolutely.
Agree.
Face Never mind. Forget what I'm saying. I'm so dumb.
What are words, anyways? What else we got, Adam?
All right, so let's take a look here. Taking it back kind of to where we started on topic and somehow dynamically changed because we're so dynamic and awesome.
Love that word.
Dynamic.
I do too. You
Dynamic.
can literally use dynamic, like more than white girls use the word literally. It's amazing.
We're changing SmoreCast to Dynamic
I
Cast.
can't even.
We are
Dynamic.
literally a
Carl.
dynamic Cinco.
So, taking
What
it
happened?
back to the gamer health and what Red Bull kind of initiated publicly, which is really surprising, I thought, because it's Red Bull. You'd think, hey, here's some gamers. I'm going to give them all a 24-pack of Red Bull and say, all right, now practice for the next 5 weeks. So they didn't do that. But somebody did. There was a team, I read the article earlier, I don't recall the team off the top of my head, but in a competition earlier in the year, they used Adderall so that they could stay awake and practice longer hours and, stay awake like 18 different... AJ. God. AJ.
I'm on Adderall right now. I'm sorry.
Right
back. No.
I mean, it's really kind of like they used a steroid. I mean, it almost makes you wonder, Jesus, are you serious? There's steroids in esports. What's next? Are they going to take Ritalin so they can stay super focused on something?
Adderall's way better than Ritalin.
Is that
Okay.
Is it a mental stimulant? Because I still see mental fatigue being a problem.
Yeah,
lets
it
you
keeps you
focus.
awake. Yeah, it keeps you awake and keeps you. I guess it keeps you focused. But at the same time, that would be like for me saying that I couldn't drink Monster Energy drinks. Because if I drink a Monster Energy drink for those like 3 hours afterwards, I'm more focused than I've ever been. Like it doesn't get me like crazy hyper that most people get. Like to me, I drink that and I'm like in the zone, you know. And these people are taking Adderall. I'm not saying Adderall's a good thing. A lot of college kids take it, you know, to stay up and study for their tests and shit like that. AJ's pointing. I hope he's not pointing at me because I've never tried it. But for esports and stuff like that, I don't know, man. Like technically, is it illegal? Is it an illegal
It's a
substance
prescription
right now?
drug.
I mean, you can't take a prescription that's not actually prescribed to you, so I don't know if it was legal or not. I'm assuming not.
They're
Because
banning it now.
nobody got charged, but they are banning it, and they're talking about doing random drug tests. Who was it that's talking about it? ESEA. So, but I mean, really, you got to stop and say, if Monster Energy drinks work so well, Sean, then why wouldn't you just go with the legal and perfectly acceptable in the year 2015 answer and just drink 3 Monsters?
Well, because then your heart would explode.
Yeah,
Well,
3
I mean,
months.
taking medication that you're not supposed to take because you don't have a problem is unhealthy for you as well.
Well, I mean, it's a
So is
gamble,
staying
right?
up 18 hours a day.
It's
So I mean, regardless, you're making health risks.
Oh,
Bitch,
yeah,
don't kill my vibe.
Do you actually think this is a benefit to these guys though?
no,
Stay
Yeah,
God,
up all
no.
night
No.
practicing
Adderall?
constantly?
I
that.
think, honestly, that they're going to have all the problems that, you know, people like the Red Bull team aren't going to have. The people who are fit and actually taking care of themselves, and they're able to stay up because they've got a diet, they've got a routine, and they're fit, they've got the metabolism and the energy to burn, but they're still making sure they get enough sleep. They're more stable. I mean, you're staying up for 18 hours a day. Realistically, how much can the person next to you count on you in a
Right.
team sort of situation, and how much can your sponsor count on you?
And Chris mentioned a good point because he said mental fatigue, which just because you're staying up a lot and you're using a substance that makes you focus doesn't mean that your mind isn't actually there. Like it's going to wear down. It's going to break down like constantly. Like even, you know what? People without stimulants or anything like that, if I stay up for like 20 hours playing video games or doing anything in general, I can't actually physically hold a conversation with anybody because my mind just isn't there. It breaks down to the point. And if you're using something that forces you to stay awake, there's no way that I think your mind can stay that sharp enough for you to perform at a competitive level.
This
That's how I
is
feel.
basically just quantity over quality.
Did we say Adderall keeps you up?
Yes.
Yes.
Adderall does not keep you up. I
What-
took Adderall.
Excuse me, what?
He's an alien. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, I thought Adderall was that drug that keeps you awake.
I'm confused.
there a
So all right, so you tried
I'm
Adderall
looking
to
it
keep
up.
you up? Is that what you tried it for?
Yeah,
No, I
Adderall is used
When I
to
went to
treat-
CSU, I used it.
For studying, it helps you focus on studying, right?
Yes, I would not be able to have done what I
To
did
me, the
No,
street
I'm
lingo
gonna-
is
I'm
up
gonna
all night
correct
on
you, Carl.
Adderall.
I've got to correct you, Carl. Adderall is
Yes.
is a primary medication for narcolepsy. So, which is where your body does not realize it's going into deep sleep cycles, and so it tells your body that you are. So you can use it even if you don't sleep for long periods of time.
Yeah.
So it's a drug that helps you
So-
focus.
No, it's a drug that tricks your brain into thinking you slept longer than you slept.
Yeah. So sleep
So-
45 minutes, it thinks you slept 8 hours.
That's
Right.
nice.
And
I need that. Where do I get
actually have
Adderall?
an uncle that does that. He's narcoleptic, and so he stays up all night playing video games anyways, and then takes it and goes to work 45 minutes later.
Oof. Couldn't do that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Does he
I mean,
sleep?
he can actually do it legally. Yeah, he sleeps for 45 minutes, and his body thinks he got 8 hours of sleep. It's pretty crazy.
That's cheating.
Can
That's some super
I have
drug
a
shit.
strange story here that may relate to that in some way. I believe it was like in because drugs mess with your mind. Either after World War II or World War I, there was a man that was actually shot through the head, and the bullet didn't kill him, but he survived for a very long time without ever going to sleep. He never felt tired again. I don't know the man's name. I'm going to have to look it up. But I thought that was absolutely amazing that this man overcame exhaustion just because he was shot in the head. None of his motor.
Come shoot me in the head, please.
Oh, well.
That's a. Never mind.
If somebody has FFI, they usually die from exhaustion.
Explain.
Yeah, what is FFI?
That's where if you don't have the ability to sleep, you live a very short life.
What a shit ability. I love sleep.
I'd be dropping Sudafeds, man.
We're not going to get into that stuff. But on the Adderall side, you really got to stop and think. What's the payout?
I don't think it's necessary in any way.
It's not necessary. There's no need at all
debate.
for anybody to sit there and do that. Man, just eat right and play the game, and you'll be all right. Like there's no need to try and stay up for 48 hours.
If it's in context of video games, yeah, that's silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically, it's cheating because you're taking an easy way out.
Well, how's it
So if
cheating
it's
though?
esports, because you forget it. Let's move on.
I was going to mention the
Unfair advantage.
soldier's name. He was a Hungarian soldier, and his name was Paul Kern. Paul Kern. He died in 1955 and was a soldier in World War I, the year 1950. I fucked that up. It was a soldier in 1950 during World War I. I'm sorry, Internet. I'm so sorry.
You're saying a lot of words right now.
Words are not my strong characteristic.
Regardless, all right. So here's the question: do you think they should randomly drug tests in esports?
Yes.
Yes.
Nah. Maybe.
Like anything else, yes.
Or
What do you think they're going to take pre-competition that's going to give them that event after
Fucking
all?
crack.
Adderall.
That's the
Speed.
thing, though. I mean,
I can see
realistically,
that, yeah.
during
I
a
agree.
competition, what do you need it for? It's not like the competitions actually play for that long
Focus.
straight.
Focus is
You know,
necessary
what
to
you
like
need
catch
for
the
is the time leading up to the competitions.
frame
so that you
perfect
can get
punches
more
and shit.
practice then.
Here, I've
That's
got.
where staying healthy comes in play. You know, I mean, even if you did what Sean suggested and what I suggested after Sean mentioned it, and you just drank Monsters. I met a lot of people when I was in training who literally lived off those things, and they were like 18 and 19 years old, and they're going to the doctors in the hospital because their appendix burst because of caffeine overloads. I mean, there's a certain point where you're not doing yourself any favors, and that
Well, hold
point
up.
where you
Hold
cross that boundary is clearly defined.
I don't think we were referring to the fatigue part. I think we were referring to the focus part
But still,
that Adderall gives you.
it's still.
That's an unfair advantage.
But we also asked, should we drug test? And yes, because
Yeah, I agree with that.
Or no, actually, do we want people who play sports to be drugged up freaks?
no,
No.
because that's another thing. It's a sport is a competition, and during competition, it's to see who's the best of the two people, or who's the best of the two teams, and one
I don't
team
know.
is, huh?
I would watch football if we had steroided up freaks who were tearing off limbs.
I would
Wait.
absolutely baseball. Carl,
What if we-
you just read my mind because baseball is so much more interesting if people are cranking out home runs the entire time. Like seriously, when Mark McGwire and Barry Bonds are like jacked up, looking like the
Right.
Incredible Hulk out there swinging and hitting that, I love watching that. Watching these like little skinny dudes like
And then
cranking
there's-
up maybe to first base and like not getting there because they can't run fast enough. Fuck that. It's boring as shit. Let
Right.
these
And then
dudes
there's-
go out there and jack themselves up. I want to see it.
And then those big roided up dudes, after they make that home run, they look at the camera. They're like fucking,
See,
like
if we're gonna do that though,
Yeah, you get pumped.
if we do that, we're gonna need our own like roid league. Just make the roid
I mean,
league.
and you can do
That'll
it.
be
just
fair.
You can do it just like
the
all players.
MLBRL, the MLBRL, the
Yes.
Major League Baseball Roid League.
That would be sick.
You could probably do it just like the players who get
field.
VAC banned in Steam. You know, they only go to VAC open servers. I mean, I bet you could actually make an entire, like, just pick any sport. It doesn't matter because they're all going to be roided out anyway, so they'll be on an even playing field.
Yeah, that's what
Like
arena football is for, right?
Football, esports, and baseball. Like, you got to hit this ball. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with it. But just, the requirement is that you have to be doped up on drugs and call it a day.
I think the problem is human growth hormone is illegal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think you could be prescribed.
It's super
You would
legal,
need people to freely take this for our steroid league.
Well, yeah, they would.
Yeah, I think if you make it a league, if we make a steroid league, then it would
I think
be
it would be
legal.
bigger, the biggest league.
Literally.
No pads.
You would have guys looking like the Thing from Fantastic Four just coming up to fucking
That would be nasty.
play
The
baseball.
people would probably only last 1 year, so you would have constantly new people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
fresh.
all these people would die of horrible heart defects.
Fresh new players.
Hot off the presses.
Oh, I think it's a good and terrible idea.
I don't know. It'd pay a shitload.
They're already pays a shitload, and they're already destroying their bodies and their
then
brains.
you'd be seeing like some sick ass like steroid commercials like, "This is what you could look like. Join the Roid League." That would
Do you
be
want to
sick.
look like Timmy Hurts a lot, or do you want to look like a pussy?
Oh,
You
that'd be
losing
too
at
good.
dodgeball in school? Buy these steroids.
Make everybody else your ball bitch. Catch, motherfucker.
Break those glasses with ease.
I think we found ourselves a freaking gold mine right here, fellas.
Patent that shit.
Hey. And we already talked about this. Hulk Hogan just got fired. He's going to commentate. I've already reached out over Twitter. He's agreed to all my conditions because he's broke as fuck. But still, is the word you're looking
Better?
You know what? I can
Sometimes I
invite
just
him.
get confused.
We might bring him on, but I don't know. He's kind of a fucking chump.
The man lives in Florida. The man lives in Florida. I'll invite him down here on my lovely couch with my dog. He can sit back
Seriously.
here.
Your dog does look lonely.
AJ, call him up in your Christopher Walken voice. Tell him you're Chris and be like, "Hey, I was just wondering if you guys listening."
I've got to make a quick call to Christopher. Not myself. Sorry. I'm calling up Hulk Hogan now. Hello? Hey, Hulk Hogan. It's me, Christopher Walken. I was interested in seeing if you wanted to host the SmoreCast podcast next weekend. Yeah, man. Awesome. Thanks.
He'd be
You'll
like-
be there. I'll text you the address, and a limousine driver will be there shortly.
He's down for anything at this point, brother.
Oh, that'd be too good. That would be way too
You
good.
guys are killing me.
Oh, man.
I think
love it.
we need to utilize AJ a lot more as Christopher
What are we
Walken because that's what we
doing?
need.
Can we get Bill Murray on here? Chevy Chase? Anybody? I mean, do you think you could actually call up Christopher Walken being Christopher Walken and get him on the show?
And get Christopher Walken on the show as Christopher
This
Walken.
is you. You should go do this
Listen.
thing.
Hi, Christopher. It's me, Christopher. Your future self, Christopher Walken. You should get on the SmoreCast podcast. We missed a lot of things. They became very, very big very quickly. Something stupid along those lines would
I
be
mean,
good, right?
I really think this is a pretty solid plan.
It'll
down
definitely
for
work,
Hulk
and
Hogan.
we should totally utilize that.
Oh, man. I really like this idea.
I'm gonna just start calling famous actors. I'm gonna pay paparazzis to give me their phone numbers. I'm gonna call them as Christopher Walken. See what happens.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I've got this place down the road in Florida. You need to go visit it. A lot of coochie mamas there.
Coochie mama.
Gucci Mamas.
Oh, Coochie Mamas.
Coochie mama.
Oh, God, he said that.
What can I say?
Shit.
Oh, that was way too
Yeah.
good.
It's fine, Christopher Walken.
Fucking Coochie Mama is gonna be stuck in my head for days
Coochie
now.
Mama.
Yeah, I pretty much have absolutely nothing to say on this note.
Well,
Got a few more
how long are we going?
topics?
What's our timestamp?
We got some time. Here's the thing that I want to ask you guys. What do you feel about? This is not a good transition, but Five Nights at Freddy's 4 just got released.
I was going to bring that up.
Hey,
I
Yeah.
was going to bring that up.
that's that right there is milking a franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see,
it is.
people consistently like it when it comes out
Every 6 months now.
because he's
Isn't it
He's
like a younger
consistently-
crowd that's into it?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well,
The
I mean,
PewDiePie crowd.
and you got YouTubers like Markiplier that plays and promotes the shit out of Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. Do you guys think that because the game can't possibly be too much to make, right? Like it's not that crazy of a game. So he's releasing it like every 6 to 8 months it seems now.
I think they're milking the shit out of younger people.
Oh yeah.
It has to
don't
be
know.
because now it's tied into a movie franchise.
Oh shit! Have
Is
you
it
seen?
really?
Have you guys seen the? Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. So is Minecraft, though.
Yeah,
Seen what?
yeah, Minecraft. But Minecraft is being produced by one of the guys from Always
Directed
Sunny.
by the guy from Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Wait,
kinda
are
neat.
you
he's
telling me
from-
there's a Minecraft movie?
There's going to be a Minecraft movie and a
Yes.
Minecraft
What
story
the
mode
hell?
coming out as well. They
Yeah,
released
it's
that
done
info.
by
on Minecraft.
it's done by Telltale Games.
Yep. Which Telltale Games
Oh.
has never failed me wrong so far.
Well,
Pretty
some of
good.
their
Play the old
older
ones.
stuff. Back to
Yeah,
the
play
Future.
the old ones.
Oh, Back to the Future and Jurassic Park were really terrible.
This is
story's
this is how one of the trailers is going to go for the Minecraft movie when it comes out. In the year 2016, when graphics were amazing, one producer dared to release 16-bit formats from 1987. Bring on the Minecraft. I mean, seriously, you're going to make a fucking movie out of that? I mean, I was skeptical about it as a game, but a movie?
I don't know. They made a successful Lego movie.
There's no story though.
Yeah.
Legos are fucking
Well,
awesome.
well, that's the thing, AJ. They're coming out with Minecraft Story Mode as well from Telltale that we're talking
Is it
about.
going to feature Ender Dragon Juggernaut, bitch?
No.
Is it?
I hope so.
I'm
Which you
even
can watch
staring
on
at the camera for
twitch.tv/sjcom. You can find that highlight. Ender Dragon Juggernaut, bitch.
Oh jeez.
One of the.
The Minecraft movie will make a shit ton of money.
Oh, it's gonna make so
Yeah,
much movie
certainly
or so
will.
much money.
Once again, pandering to the younger generation.
Yeah.
It should
Pandering
scare
to me.
you.
Hey,
that
it's no
going
different
to
than
make
like the
movies.
Pokemon movies. No different than that.
Pandering to me. Well, Pokemon, they had cute little characters that you had a long, loving relation with because you watched all the television shows and didn't have
will-
any friends.
You're telling me
I
you don't have a
agree.
long relationship
There were-
with a creeper?
No,
There-
fuck
There's
that
definitely
guy.
way more in Pokemon than Minecraft, but it's what's modern for the younger audience.
Plus, there's no hot young redheaded girl in Minecraft.
Did you guys?
She had no tits.
She was 13.
Hey, look, I was young, okay? Tits weren't like a big necessary thing on a girl.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard the official Minecraft stat for the average age of the game has dropped to 7 years old.
It has to be. Somebody was actually just requesting me on Instagram and Facebook, nonetheless, on how to capture video because their 8-year-old wanted to do Minecraft videos.
Google.
8.
Well, the Let's Plays are huge
8.
now, too.
Time out. How old are all of we? 8. I'm going to tell you, an 8-year-old wants to do YouTube.
Whoa, I would never have guessed you were 8 years old.
Somewhere around this
Looking at-
many.
Well, it's
Not
all right.
8 years
Let me bring up a question. What were you guys doing at 8 years old?
Watching
learning-
Pokemon. Playing my
learning
Game
that-
Boy Color.
I was
Yeah,
learning-
I was collecting Pokemon cards.
At
1996, playing StarCraft.
I was watching Carl play StarCraft.
Am I the only person that was out the fuck side? Like I was outside, like hanging out.
Oh, you know what? What am I saying? I was like, see, you said 8 years old. You were 8 years old when I was 7 years old. I was outside with you.
You were with me, yeah. We were
I was
outside
watching you
playing.
get my brand new skateboard run over by a fucking douchebag in a truck.
Me and AJ were indoors.
No, actually, we were outdoors quite a bit, Carl.
Were we?
We had to go to Blake's mom's house to get Pokemon cards, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So they had to go outside to get Pokemon.
Listen,
We had to
listen,
cross
you
the
fuck
street
faces.
and play
They were
Nintendo.
Japanese.
Whoa! Exclusive! Back in those days, me and my brother used to play outside with sticks and beat the fuck out of each other.
Right? Yeah, that's
Hey,
what I'm
those
saying.
Shit times.
Yeah, that's what we did. Now 8-year-olds are talking about getting into YouTube. That's a crazy
amazing.
thing to me. Is
Oh,
it
the
amazing?
worst part-
Because you know what? Do you know what scares me the most? Is that 8-year-old is going to be more famous than I am on fucking YouTube playing Minecraft.
Yeah, that's what I was
I
about
highly
to
doubt
say.
that. I highly doubt that.
Highly doubt that. His channel's going to get more views alone just because of his stupid voice. Like what AJ's doing right now, everybody's going to be on there.
Sean,
Just going on the video to hate on him?
Right.
Sean,
Get
Yeah.
the fuck off YouTube!
every time you think that, just stop and flex on the camera for us and grunt.
I'll be flexing the entire time. You don't want me to do that.
I can grunt for you.
8-year-old.
Oh, yeah. Mad Games, brah.
AJ,
There
you
you
were
go.
banned
Do what
from
AJ's
flexing.
Mad Games.
It's so crazy because I was asked, they're like, well, how much money? The parent was asking me what they needed to set up streams and YouTube videos and stuff like that. And I had to explain to them that I'm like, it's costly. It really is. And considering that all the stuff that we're doing and that we're going to do, it is a lot of money. And they're going to do that for their 8-year-old. Instead of saying, you know what's free, dude? Fucking the outside world.
Well,
Go out there and make up your own Minecraft. Go build a crafting table. Chop down a fucking tree. At this point, if you're 8,
Waterfall.
take this axe and chop down your own tree in real life. Like, go outside and do some real life experiences.
I think instead of parents wanting to invest into all this game capture mumbo jumbo stuff for their 8-year-old, they should enroll them in like a club of some sort that has to pertain to maybe video editing, things like that, so they can grow that creativity and know how to, progress in the field first off.
You were onto something.
I like
you gotta
AJ's
set that
idea.
shit up.
Yeah,
Set that
because
up, man.
telling them that you'll never be able to do it is not going to work. That's just going to hurt them. I honestly think you want to nurture anything creative, but you want to do it in a way that's going to help them out later on the road. I'm having a hard time explaining.
No, I get what you're saying. Don't squash somebody's creativity. I get that. Like, don't ruin that. But at the same time, don't embrace the fact that they can sit inside all day, because really there is an outside world, and we all play video games. We all live stream and we do YouTube and stuff like that. But we know what it's like outside, and sometimes you know what one of my favorite moments of all time is. I do a lot of this video game shit. Sometimes I walk outside and I go, fuck, this is awesome. like being out here is so nice. Like this breeze hitting me and just like being outside with the real world. Like kids need to experience that, because us growing up, we had that. We had that stuff.
I
You know what
think
I
it's
love?
overrated.
Except
You
Carl.
know what I love when I go outside?
Overrated.
If it's raining, if it's a nice day out but it's raining, I can go outside, get all soaking wet,
Ooh,
run in
damn.
puddles, maybe make a fucking mud pie.
Maybe I am different, because I thought Chris and his brother were outside way too much and missing out on stuff.
You thought they were outside too much?
I gotta say though, I mean, growing up as a kid without all of the stuff we have now in video games, I mean, that was my video game. Like, me and my best friends, like, we pretended we were characters from Mortal Kombat. We fought when we were like 8 and 9 years old. I mean, and we
Exactly.
did crazy shit, for God's sakes. Me and Sean, when we were younger, and we lived in a fucking shitty trailer park, we'd like go hiking through the woods, like pretending shit, drinking water from probably a sewage line that was called a river, and climbing up a fucking like little hill that we call a mountain. And you know what? It makes what I see now on the screen so much cooler, because like, whoa, this is like the stuff I never would have imagined that my imagination would have come to the screen.
Yeah,
And
we
it's
dreamt
awesome.
of that. Yeah, go ahead, AJ.
Okay, you said river. Here's
The
something
creek?
I've never done. Here's something, Carl, the creek. Here's something I have never done in a video game, and I doubt I'll ever get to do in a video game. I shat in a fucking creek.
Oh,
Go play Ark, man.
Yeah.
what about the other thing? Did you swing naked too with the others?
I did swing naked. Can you swing naked? In
I
video
think I'm the only one who didn't strip and swing.
And you
That
know
was
what though?
fucking
You there are probably video games where you can like unequip your clothes or whatever, but you're never gonna get like that feeling of like when you actually do it in real life, like swing
Yeah.
from a vine into
Unless-
a river with no clothes on.
Unless you know you're in a very well built
Don't have
VR
leeches.
headset.
Which
Might get
where are
something
those?
Fans
I
and
mean, you might have to like stand up naked and like swing a little bit.
You're in your room all alone. Okay, guys, I'm gonna live stream this for you. This program is like, you gotta take off all your clothes. Okay, I'm doing it. Take off all my clothes. This for the YouTubes.
I want to go full nerd on this and say I think the takeaway here is similar to, and we kind of touched on this last week more in a different context, the anime Sword Art Online.
Oh, here we go again.
I knew it was coming, Chris. There's a very distinct difference between the reality on the screen and the reality that is available to you, and kids are missing out on that because it's easier to put them in front of a screen. I mean, kids are missing out on this, just interacting realistically with each other, because the screen is there as a filter, and you're actually stifling their imagination by not exposing them to more.
But here's another thing. They're also being influenced by other people.
Right.
What, like an online play?
We could be those other people that are influencing that bad habit.
Well,
By doing this
I'm
right
trying
now?
to do the opposite. I'm trying to influence the opposite.
I
I'm
know,
trying to say,
exactly.
Tomorrow,
You
when
are.
it's daylight out
You
and
are.
it's sunny, go outside and play on the fucking swings.
Right after this podcast.
Come on, guys. Okay, look. You've got how many game channels go out there and say, hey, go outside, have a fun day, go do something creative today. Impress yourself, impress the world.
None.
None.
Zero.
They
It's
say
all-
come back next week and watch my video.
Subscribe. Come on, subscribe and watch my video. You'll be here next week. I'm going to put more videos up next week.
Next
You're going to
video's
sit
on the
down and
way.
watch them.
We are the revolution. Don't watch us ever. Go outside.
No, watch us occasionally. But do
I am the dissenting opinion.
Watch us when you come back, because it'll be on YouTube in a week or two.
when you're
But I
trying
do
to
wanna-
kick back and relax.
I do want to bring up something else, though. Is you know who did really highlight on this that's huge? Nintendo with the Wii and the Wii U. It literally tells you before you start up a game, and like sometimes when you're playing randomly, hey, you should take a break and not play games all day.
Oh, I hate
And
that
think
notification.
It's awesome.
You know what game did
I
that?
mean, do I ignore it? Yes, because I work 8 hours a day and I'm outside and I do other stuff. But like, think about as a 10-year-old kid, they need that notification.
Yeah.
Just like they need this.
But do you
Somebody
think
saying,
this
you're
generation-
missing out on something that you don't understand?
This generation does the same thing that we do, though. They're going, outside. Why?
Hey, doesn't the Apple Watch, like, after an hour let you know that you've been sedentary?
Do I
They're
have
like, get the fuck up,
$400
fat
to
ass.
spend on a watch?
Yeah, who's gonna buy an Apple Watch? Really, you're a douche if you buy one. I'm sorry.
You fucking douche.
That's the whole thing. If you buy an Apple Watch, you're a fucking dickhead. there's no need to have.
I like your watch, AJ.
Thanks, Carl.
It's
You
not an
fucking
Apple Watch,
douche.
Carl.
It's better than an Apple
It's
Watch.
better than an
No,
Apple
it's
Watch.
not.
It's my Moto 360, and it tells me everything I need to know, like when you guys are calling me to do a hangout while I'm driving.
Yeah, but I bet you that if you set it
Why'd
down
you
on the table
answer
and let
it?
it do its thing, I bet you if you set it down on the table and let it do its thing, it doesn't do a 360. So it's stupid.
Does an Apple Watch do a 360?
Probably
Yeah,
like
that's
$400.
360.
It's in the fucking name.
Hey, watch, vibrate while I wrap you around my dick like a cock ring.
Yo, is it Windows 10 coming out tomorrow? Windows 10 is rolling out tomorrow, right?
Windows
Yeah.
10 is
I thought that
indeed
was
coming out. Yes.
I
Tomorrow.
thought it was the 29th.
I thought it was the
26th.
29th.
Was it the 29th?
thought it was
Some
the
people get it
27th.
early.
Wow,
They're doing
fuck
a-
two ducks.
And you got to remember that it's 12:05 a.m. This is the very beginning of the 25th.
Can you watch
Oh,
movies
right.
on it? I've
Hey.
seen people play Fallout on a watch.
Ew.
Watch that today, or not Fallout.
Like a Pip-Boy?
Half-Life. Somebody played Half-Life on a smartwatch.
With a controller?
I don't know. It was
That would
stupid.
kill the battery.
It was,
I
it
was
was
gonna say,
super
how would you
stupid.
do it with a controller? You'd have to hold it all like fucking like weird. So you could
Why would you-
You have to like.
I got it. Oh,
Hey,
God.
back to Windows 10.
Yeah.
They're doing a rollout, so not everybody gets Windows 10 at the same time.
Yeah.
Is that a vibrator in your hand?
I was gonna say, what is in your fingers right now?
It
This
He's got a
is
giant
from
blue
July
vibrator.
4th from Adam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I didn't bring those.
Oh, that wasn't your one, Adam?
Then the other Adam brought them for us.
I was gonna say that wasn't me. I did not bring those to July 4th.
Glowy
I know we
vibrators.
have a good time in America.
Did it
and
come
all
with
that stuff, but
instructions?
Come on,
No, they do
But
not.
it came with instructions.
bend over
Yeah,
and
figure
I'll
it out
show
as
you.
you
Those
go.
are the only instructions you need.
Speaking of instructions, I think we should instruct this podcast on where to find us.
I agree. So you can find each of us. Go ahead, AJ. Where can we find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/lowhailsire. Right
We're
down
gonna
there.
go in alphabetical order. Carl.
Yes. Twitch.tv/slowertech.
All right, you have it. Twitch.tv/slowertech. Sean.
Hey, you guys can find me at twitch.tv/sjcomp. Please come and follow. I love your face.
And Sideburns/Chris. That's why it's in alphabetical order based on Google
I
Maps.
was so confused.
I know you were. That's
You
why I said it.
illiterate. All right. Chris here, Sideburns. I prefer Chris, though. That's cool. You can find me at twitter.com/sideburns with a Z at the end.
Okay, is it spelled S-E-I-D?
Yes.
Okay, so not side the way you would normally spell it, but side the way you would spell it in, like, second grade. All right.
I'm different. I'm like fucking 2 Chainz over here.
Two
Be
giants.
different.
So, and I'm Adam Nichols. You can find me at twitch.tv/sparklesfantastic right there. You can find all of our contact information. Chris is coming soon, probably later tonight, because it's not quite up there yet. Some typos and things. At www.smorcast.com.
Go there and check us out.
Yep, check us out. Subscribe on Facebook, links there. Follow us on Twitter. At least the team, even if you don't want to follow all of us. You've got AJ with his hairy arms, Carl with his social personality disorder, Sean
with his muscles.
We don't talk about it because he breaks things and hits people.
I do.
And then Chris, who's looks like a tasty snack with things stuck in it. We appreciate it. So follow the team, follow us, and stay tuned for next week's episode, which will be on Friday or Saturday.
We'll release the schedule this week.
We'll release the schedule next week on the channel you're probably watching on, twitch.tv/sjconf, because AJ's probably hosting it and he's a loser.
No, I'm
Thank
not
you.
hosting actually this week.
Good job,
Sorry.
loser.
Because he's a loser.
Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.